What's up, HyperFast Nation? On this episode of the show, I'm going to talk about the number one reason that some Compass agents stay at Compass. Stand by for this episode of the HyperFast Show. All right, welcome to the HyperFast Show. Today I'm going to talk about why some Compass agents stay at Compass. Now, this would imply that a lot are leaving, and that is true. If you look at the data in the first quarter of 2023, over 600 agents left, and that's including the ones that were recruited and joined. So that's the net number. The net agent change was 600. So that means after I don't know how many they added, but if they added 400 or 500, then the net change was negative 600, right? So they lost more than 600, but the net change in agent count in Q1 was negative 600. So a lot of them are leaving, and I've had a lot of conversations with people that have left Compass. Many of them are going back to the brokerages that they came from, right? Like they took their signing bonus, AKA hard money loan. When you look at the terms and conditions that came with it, they realized, we were oversold on a lot of the promises, and now they went back to their old company. Some of them, by the way, are saving tons of money by making the move over to eXp Realty. We've had a number of people join our group, specifically from Compass for numbers of reasons, but not all come. Some stay or put it off, and we're going to talk about why that is. And by the way, this is outside of the hidden exit fees that I've seen in many Compass contracts, or exit fees that are buried in the fine print, or that are on a clickable link that the agents necessarily don't review, right? So many of them are staying because they'd get a bill of $35,000, $50,000, $75,000, right? Mike Dupree has documented this, so you can go check it out on his blog, one of the best when it comes to analyzing brokerages. But before we talk about the number one reason that I think they are staying, let me tell you about some of the reasons that are not why they're staying, right? Number one, the office. They are not staying for the office. Most real estate agents right now realize that the brick and mortar office is not as important, not nearly as important as it used to be. COVID really accelerated this and the whole work from home, work remote phenomenon, but especially in the real estate game, right? Our jobs are a lot of times out in the field, right? We're at the houses on listing appointments. We're showing buyers things. We're hosting open houses. We're doing client events, right? We're meeting people for coffee or for dinner, or drinks, right? Happy hour, whatever, right? Real estate agents are out in the field. They have the ability to work remotely. They can work from home. They can work on the road. They can work in co-working spaces. We're seeing a lot of that. You might even argue that being at a co-working space is better for a real estate agent than going into an office. Why? At a co-working space, you're going to meet people that need to buy and sell a home, or can refer you to people that can buy or sell a home that aren't necessarily real estate agents. So that's a huge advantage there. And a lot of times in the traditional old-fashioned brick and mortar real estate office, the people hanging around there, by the way, are the ones that are not producing a lot. So it kind of becomes a time and energy suck. The number two reason that I don't think is causing Compass real estate agents to stay is the branding. All right. 20, 25, 30 years ago, maybe, the brand mattered of the brokerage, right? People would come into an office and ask to be assigned an agent, or maybe call up after reading the classifieds and ask to be assigned an agent. Well, that doesn't really happen anymore, right? The branding is at the agent level. The lead generation is at the agent level or the team level. So you really, you want to be at a place that gives you brand freedom, that lets you stand out from other agents in your office. It doesn't control the look, feel of your market, your branding. So, most agents that are staying aren't doing it because of the branding. All right. Third, many are not doing it for the training and collaboration, right? The challenge with the traditional old model brokerage when it comes to training and collaboration is local market share, local office politics all comes into play. When you get to a dispersed cloud brokerage platform like eXp that has no walls, you get more training, more collaboration, right? At eXp Realty, we're all connected via stock awards that we all get to earn. That helps accelerate the training and collaboration. All right, fourth reason that they are not staying is the technology, right? Most real estate agents now recognize that the technology to run your business when it comes to marketing, lead generation, branding, CRM, phone systems, print media, right? All of that is off the shelf. It's available everywhere, right? I mean, it would be, and it's interesting to think that, that a real estate company, a real estate brokerage could spend $1 billion and one company build better systems than all of these, hundreds of companies out there developing systems and competing to build the best one. Okay, so I think most real estate agents now realize that you can kind of go out and a la carte and pick and choose your vendor partners, your technology partners. So, they're typically not staying for the technology. Another reason they're not staying is the financial upside, right? When you're at an old model brokerage, you don't get ownership in the company, you don't get revenue share, you don't get benefits of recruiting agents, not nearly the level that you do at places like eXp Realty, all right? And on top of that, you have high splits or no caps. So they're not staying for the financial upside. So you might ask yourself, why are they staying? Well, the number one reason I think the Compass real estate agents are staying is because of the phenomena called loss aversion. You see, people are very aggressive with risk, right? When it comes to preventing a loss, like there's studies of this. People will hold on to stocks that they know are down, and rather than sell it and buy something more promising, because they don't want to cement that loss in, right? They think that their stock shares will come back up to where they were, and they'll avoid the loss. Whereas, when you have a gain, people are more likely to sell it quickly to lock in the gain, right? It's a well-known psychological phenomenon called loss aversion. So imagine being at a brokerage where you are paying uncapped amounts of your splits, right? You're paying 20% gross commissions plus fees, right? Well, for many agents who I've run numbers at, they're paying $100, $200, even $500,000 a year to their brokerage, where they could be at eXp with a $16,000 cap. Well, you might say, I mean, that's kind of obvious, right? Like jump over, get access to great training, get access to great collaboration, get access to, branding freedom and revenue share and stock awards, and save $100,000 or $200,000 in your commission. The challenge is, if for some people making the move, right, it would be admitting that for a year, for 2 years, for 5 years, they were paying six figures or more too much to their brokerage, right? So they will do mental gymnastics and tell themselves the branding, the office, the training, the technology, they'll make up things that are unprovable in order to, not be able to tell themselves that it wasn't a loss, right? So people, a lot of people that stay outside of the ones that are locked in with these, hidden exit fees and whatnot, a lot of them stay because of this phenomenon called loss aversion. So, as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, you have to always kind of separate the emotion and really just look at the facts. Really just look at the numbers and, make decisions off of things that are provable, things that are real hard numbers rather than feelings and phenomena like loss aversion. All right, well, thank you for tuning in to this episode of the HyperFast Show. Please make sure you share this episode with other people that you think would benefit from hearing it. And by the way, if you are thinking about just looking at what eXp might do for you in terms of increasing the amount of commission you get to keep, getting you, revenue share, training from people like me and Carrie Shaw. If you want to take a look at that, I would be honored to have that conversation with you. All you need to do is send me a text message at 703-638-4393. Again, that's 703-638-4393. I'd love to talk to you. Thanks again. We'll see you next time.